Many of you who watch my channel regularly know that I'm, well, a nylon nerd. I love tactical gear, I love collecting it, I love going out and using it on the airsofting field, taking it hiking if that applies. However, while I do have a bunch of products from the bigger name brands out there like Cry or LBT or whoever it may be, I also like to experiment with smaller shops as well, the tactical gear manufacturers that aren't as well known, or even the completely custom tactical gear makers, because in something like tactical gear, as long as you have an open mind and a sewing machine, well, you can make really, really specific pieces of gear for really specific tasks. So in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about why I personally really, really like custom tactical gear and some of the main advantages that it has over, the bigger, well-known brands in some situations. What's up guys, my name is Lane and welcome back to the BB Warrior. We're here to help you have a better time both on and off the airsofting field, and if you enjoy videos like this, if you enjoy our informative discussions about everything airsoft and our honest and independent reviews, would love it if you joined our community by hitting that subscribe button down below, and while you're at it, make sure to hit that bell icon next to it to stay updated when we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday here on the channel. So one of the things that I really like about custom tactical gear is that, well, it's custom. If you have an idea and you can find someone who's willing to take on the project, they can do it for you. And I know a lot of people will say, well, BB Warrior, LBT does custom work, Feral Concepts does custom work from time to time. Why don't you just go with one of those guys rather than someone, in their basement or in their garage? And one of the biggest reasons, as myself, because, I'm not a unit of guys, a lot of them have, minimum order quantities, or, the longer it takes for them to design it, the more money it's going to cost you overall, which is understandable. But for someone like me, just as my lonely BB Warrior self, well, I only want one backpack or one specific pouch. I don't need 50 or 100, or what if I want it in a pattern that you guys don't offer? So that's personally one of the biggest reasons why I like these smaller shops, is that as myself, because again, I'm not a full unit that needs something, it's much easier for me to get the exact product that I want. And a lot of these guys, they're dedicated to doing this. So if you have an idea, they'll sit down and talk to you and, find something that can work for you, excuse me. And I do want to talk about one brand in particular because I actually just got something new from them the other day. So this came in last night actually, and this is a modified, keep in mind, N-Gage Tactical Mercury Bravo backpack. So the way that N-Gage Tactical works, and they are, again, one of these smaller custom shops, is they have a standard pattern for their Mercury Bravo backpack. And then what you can do from there for an additional fee is you can customize it to your heart's desire, essentially. So there are a few things that I wanted added on here, and one of the first ones that you can see are the compression straps here. I really wanted those. I wanted a little bit of extra material to go over the zipper, just in case it rains, so that there's no rain going directly on the zipper and then going inside of the backpack. And then I do have a custom pocket on the inside as well for hydro. And as well, I was able to get an entire harness that would allow me to use this with Swift clips installed. And he came up with a really, really good design on this. So if I want to take all of this off and run it on a plate carrier, like the original one is intended, I can do that. And if I just want to wear this as a standard backpack, this system allows me to take this middle strap off and just, use it as a standard backpack. So expect to see a review of this as soon as I get some more testing in on it. I really want to run this thing hard and see how I like it. But if you have any questions about N-Gage Tactical, I'll have their information down in the description below. And if you're curious about the quality, it's really, really nice. I was incredibly impressed when I saw this come in yesterday. So that's one of the biggest things that I like about tactical nylon gear from custom shops, is that if you want something, they can really, really work towards it. And that brings me into my second thing. It's not just nylon. It can also be, Kydex. There are a lot of people making custom Kydex. So if you have a handgun in a light combo, that's not very common, or if you just want Kydex for any other purpose, I've seen people do magazine pouches, handcuff pouches, if, you're in a situation like that. I've even seen people do dip pouches. So, I mean, the sky's the limit with a lot of these products. And that's the thing that I like, is that it's not just limited to, nylon products like a backpack or anything like that. There are a lot of places putting out some really interesting Kydex. And As well, I know what you might be saying, well, are these people good quality? I mean, how is this going to stack up in the case of Kydex? How is a custom Kydex going to stand up to something like a Safariland or a G-Code? And that's going to depend on who you go with, obviously, but you got to think. Everyone started small. Cry, LBT, First Spear, Spiritus Systems. I would be willing to bet that every single one of those companies started out as a guy or a couple of guys pounding out some cool, innovative designs in their garage or their basement. And you can see that across the industry. There are guys that, had a good idea, they were able to put it together, and now they're a well-known, established brand. And going with some of these brands, well, hey, who knows? Maybe one day, Engage Tactical will be, the leader in plate carrier design or backpack design or whatever they want to approach. So going into these early design concepts, who knows? That could be a really big company one day. And I know that a lot of these people have talent, and because they're not pressured to, release hundreds of these when they come up with a new idea, they can experiment more, they can, tweak designs and make a really high-polished, finished product, which is something that I really enjoy. Again, not only in nylon, but in Kydex as well. I'm sure all of these companies like T-Rex Arms, that probably started out with Lucas just making Kydex in his garage or something like that. So you can find a manufacturer to, one, make you exactly what you want, which is really great as an airsofter because, the tactical gear market isn't geared towards BB Wars heroes. It's targeted towards, law enforcement and military. So there's a lot of things in airsoft, airsoft specific parts and things like that, that they just don't make equipment for, because why would they? We're not their target audience. They're trying to get that government contract, not some dude who makes videos in his mother's basement buying one pouch at a time. So I think one of the greatest examples of this, and I know this isn't from a small manufacturer, but bear with me, Valken makes an HPA tank pouch. And I don't have one with me right now, but no company would have made that beforehand. Or, there's a lot of really talented people in this hobby. And, there's custom pouches coming out for stuff all the time. I mean, the Milsim West radio pouch is a great example. The guys at Milsim West saw that, everyone uses the Balefang UV5R. They approached Tactical Tailor, who they had some connections with, I'd assume, and now we have the Milsim West and Tactical Tailor Balefang pouch. Things like that can easily become, because there are people out there that are willing to do custom work and make custom, really finely tuned equipment to work for whatever needs that you as an individual have. If there's one thing that I've noticed, it's that even when I'm in a team, especially when I'm in a team, we could be doing the same objective, so me and someone else could be doing the same objective, but I could need an entirely different system of equipment and things like that than he would. Even if we're doing the same objective, if we're different roles in a squad, we're going to need different highly specialized equipment. So if I'm running a saw, even though I'm tall and lanky and probably won't be able to hold one for an entire event, versus my buddy who's running 40mm, we're going to have completely different setups, and our kits are going to be built completely different. And if you want something that's highly specialized towards that doesn't exist, well, you could find someone that could make that for you. So why I want to ask you guys, the guys out there that are nylon nerds, do you stick to, the well-established brands, or do you like to experiment with some custom brands? I mean, again, I'm a real big fan of it because, you can find some really interesting designs. Like, I am absolutely loving this backpack, and I cannot wait to go out on the field and use this thing. I'm really excited. So make sure to let me know your opinions on custom-made tactical gear down in the description below. I know a lot of this is going to matter on the quality of the manufacturer and how skilled they are at sewing, but I want to know your opinions down in the comments below and your overall experiences with custom-made tactical gear. But that is going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for staying until the end. If you enjoyed the video and this was your first time here, I'd love it if you joined our community by hitting that subscribe button down below, and while you're at it, hit that bell icon next to it to stay updated when we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday here on the channel. Make sure to check us out on social media. Links are down in the description below as well as in the end card, and make sure to check out the BB Warrior patches to help support the channel and help me make better, higher quality videos for you guys. Again, links to the BB Warrior patch and social media are down in that description below. This has been Lane from the BB Warrior discussing why I love custom tactical gear and why it can really, help you out and do something that's really specialized. And I'll see you all next time.